frame is. Okay. I hope everything is well with you and yours, and life for you is overloaded with wellness. This is a late night reading I feel drawn to do. And in fact, my little cards on the table are already just sitting there. So I guess this is okay. Let's put that over here. Better lighting. Two blanks. Ooh. And the sign. Okay. All right. Somebody, there may be more than one message here. Somebody had two to choose. I'm trying to remember where the frame is at though. Can I get that together? Let's put that over here. Somebody had a choice to make. And is it possible that they chose not so great? They chose the lesson, not the blessing. We have a blank. May not have seen that one coming. The sign. This is not what I wanted to do the reading about. I can assure you, when I turned on the camera, I was feeling it was going to be something else. So, whoever needs to hear this, 6 and 4. And that 5, that pesky 5 right there. These are life lessons. Things that you have to learn, adjustments, growth, right? And sometimes you gotta experience things to know things. Sometimes, right? Let's start right on in with the letters. And I'm sorry if I'm tripping about the getting things in frame. From where the camera is, I cannot see if I'm where I should be, so it's a little bit of a strain. It's weird. All right. It's possible what I am about to read may apply to more than one person. So I'm hearing explicitly there will be no talk about them zodiacs. Feels like this is for someone who simply has multiple choices. You got options, right? And maybe you've done an interesting job at keeping it private. Perhaps you've done it because there's rewards in it. Player. But there's some loss going on, some lessons. So let's see. Ooh, parting message, parting shot. What? I don't like that. That's what I heard, parting shot. Message. Ooh, okay. This is an event still in progress. In process? I heard that too. The Commodores, easy like Sunday morning. This could be an event coming on Sunday. I see someone holding a bat. I hope it ain't no combat or shit like that. Be aware this may cost money. So you definitely, you know, wanna, if whoever this message is for, you definitely don't wanna. Ooh, okay, so here's an opportunity to shift, alter time, right? This is not the message. Okay. I don't feel like this is a message either. However, it is a message. This is knowing the end is there, but not, the word I heard is executing it. Knowing something is over and being pushed into a position where, you know, where you have to look at things. I heard forced. Somebody might be very sloppy with the connection. Now, I know it's a lot of dudes watching my readings. So if you are a man, and you're honest with yourself that you might have been sloppy between two people, this might be your data. So I'm not gonna do feelings and emotions more than I have to because that's sticky shit. So let's talk about events that you need to be aware of that, you know, maybe we could like electric slide away from that timeline and onto some, you know, logical ones. And wouldn't it be cool if you could get ahead of whatever this is? Because it is after midnight and I'm feeling like doing this reading. So let's see. The event, that's all I'm calling it. The operation. I did say I don't want to talk about emotions, but there it is. The event. Oh, 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 boy. Okay. Don't do dumb shit. So, I don't feel like this is a reading that would happen inside of my OnlyFans, the remote view page. I don't feel like my subscribers over there go this deep. So this is telling me this is definitely a YouTube or a follower on X, right? You're a busybody, okay? If you choose the bad timeline, and it feels like make a choice, ultimately, is the statement. But if you should happen to choose that timeline, this is my endings. This is my endings card. And it's like choosing to end it based on how you act, how you respond, or I don't like operation because it can be planned. This could be planned. Putting yourself in the middle of something, it's like, I see someone walking in to a door, opening the door, walking in, and seeing their person with someone unexpectedly. Things get out of control. Somebody's emotional, seeing that their person is meeting the needs of someone else, possibly in their house or just whatever they're doing it. Who cares about the location? But maybe the location does make it worse. It's a very quick, unwanted, ultimately, thing. Now my card does this, the quick card here. If you haven't read it already, friends with benefits, secret lovers, married lust, quick interactions, gold digger, just fucking around, sexual trait, and that one is masculine energy. Quick and dirty. Like it ain't like you motherfucker was gonna be there all day. You was just gonna, knock it sideways. And then, you gotta go to Home Depot, pick up some supplies and work on the yard or something. But it wasn't supposed to be long. So if you got some hit it and quit it stuff happening, be careful. Because it feels like an interaction unexpected of somebody who's off the hinges. Off the hinges to the point where they might be waiting for you. Fixed focus, chemical imbalance, somebody who mentally needs some fucking help, but they ain't nobody even thought about that. What? Did that card fly? Okay. Yes and no. Oh my goodness. Somebody saying yes when they should be saying no. Be aware. Now, because the sign came out, let's try to figure out who exactly, let's try to get it more familiar to you. Not doing signs like I said, but let's see if we can get a few more details. And I did say somebody looking. Ooh. Um, okay. Hopefully you can see the letters. Somebody's going to be leaking and not the good kind. I don't like this. I'm kind of floored on the message. This definitely this is definitely the cosmos saying don't put your ding ding there. Or ladies, if you're having bounce house curiosities, be careful because it feels like don't be banging it out with nobody who got crazy exes. Is there an X in this data? That's in reverse. Yeah. If you know somebody's cheating, if y'all are cool with that, how about a break right now? Or maybe not going up in people's houses where the exes have been. How about that? Maybe it's now time to do things elsewhere. Oh my goodness. Well, there could be an epic leaking. I'm trying to clean up that, okay? Listen. Okay. I also heard don't be picking up nobody at the house where the ex could be. Whatever this is, if you know you got somebody who might have a crazy ex, if you're not sure about the ex, you need to know you need to be asking. If it's somebody new you just started messing with and you haven't really dug into oh, my ex was a little bit crazy, and then you let it go. because you was about to get some, I'm going to need you to do better homework than that. ASAP. So what is the sign? I'm asking out of curiosity. What is the sign you need to be looking for so that you know when to, okay, a sign to clarify this reading for you. Okay. Nope. Okay. A sign to clarify this reading for you. Double, triple, and quadruple. How will you know? Well, they look good. There's money there. Clarifying. It's somebody willing to keep your secret, play your game, be the side piece. There may be a financial exchange with this too of some sort. There's some other value besides just, movable mattress. There's more to it than just boink boink, okay? This person could be somebody you have easy access to. They're in your environment. And you're both grateful for the silence and the discretion of it all. So, this feels like some type of pay to play. But somebody might have somebody in the background that they were not very detailed about. The liar, the cheater, the thief, the scammer. You haven't asked the right questions. Were you given a hint from the person? Was a hint given? You might have been given a hint with a little bit of comfort, to back it up, like, oh yeah, he used to jump out of bushes every day, but he hasn't done that in at least 6 months. So everything's great, they moved on. Yeah, you might have been given some assurances that it was over and done, but you were also given some data to more. There was something that was said that was worth greater attention. They could have told you that there was chaos of some sort. They may have visible or obvious trust issues of some sort. They may be on a healing journey of some sort. Or they may have told you that about their ex. They're chaotic, not trustworthy. Whatever was said, whatever got said, you don't give a fuck. You're still grateful for the silence of it all. You're still grateful for the ease of navigation, if you know what I mean. Is this an event coming up in the next 7 days? weeks. Okay. You may have plans to see this person within the next 2 weeks. There's definitely been a conversation about days. So not coming now, but you'll be 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, I think is really a good amount of time to chit chat or, arrange for safety. I'm not endorsing any of that. If it's side action, not endorsing it, just saying, be safe out there. I heard you're playing with fire. I don't like this beep that starts around a car. This could be an event happening around a car. Walk the timeline. Somebody's lying about their house. You may go there. You may have plans to go to someone's house, but they weren't really honest. I don't like this because it's multiple birds. You're being hunted. There's the car. Action action that affects someone's safety and an ending. Over lust. This is being surrounded. And now, if you've watched the reading this far, cheating has come out in other decks more than once. We've seen cheating more than once, okay? And things take a whole new direction. I don't like this. Don't be going to nobody's house you don't know. How about no? Especially if it's brand new, if you're getting some tail off the internet or a dating app. Not this week, not the next 2 weeks. I said it, you can just tell whoever this person is, for 2 weeks, I'm not allowed to go to your house. And then give it 2 more months after that. Especially if there's an ex that's anywhere around or discussed, or you haven't even asked yet. If you haven't asked it, if you feel like you don't want to ask about it yet, great. Go out, stay out. Nobody goes to nobody's house. Give it a break. Rent a motel, do something else. I heard under siege, ambush. And maybe not dying, but damn near. That is cemetery data. It's in reverse, but yeah, But we could, you could probably find something better to do it yourself. I'll bet. I will put money and a year's worth of luxurious hairstyles and nice t-shirts for my dog. I'll bet all of that you could find something better to do with yourself. What do you think? If you're playing two sides of the coin, this is bad. This is the unexpected pop-up. I don't like that. And this is karma. There's a feminine energy. Is it worth it? Maybe they look amazing. Maybe both look amazing. Maybe everyone's hot. What the fuck's it have to do with life? Again, I bet you could find something better to do with yourself. Especially if there's cheating going on here. Now, let's go there. If it's not two side pieces and you're cheating on someone, because we do get matching colors here. We do get matching colors on this 2 and this 5. If you are cheating, knock it off. That's really all the advice I can give you. Because if you don't, this is some pop-up shit. And it's not like, it's not walk away and be okay stuff. Maybe it's time to settle down a little bit. And of all people who can say so from an official standpoint, the 15 minutes, an hour, okay, let's just be nice about it. The 5 luxurious hours of moving the headboard ain't gonna be worth the nuclear fallout that can come from this. I just do not like. Next message. Fellas, if you're about to tap some, let's put a date on this just for safety. Okay, I had to double check. Yeah. Okay, how do I say this without getting in trouble anywhere? Let me think. Let me think. Wait, here. That is hilarious. Next message. Oh my Lord. Please give me a moment. I'm not laughing at nobody. Ciao. This goes right in with the sign and the dirty spill, does it not? For health reasons, if you are about to tap some new booty and anything is leaking, or odoriferous is the word, look it up. If anything is leaking or odoriferous, we're gonna say no. That's what we're gonna do. See, I'm with you. I care. And we're gonna say no. Okay? Lord. For those who need to talk that way, guess I know people talk this way, right? Be like, no. Oh my goodness. How many different ways does it need to be said? This is getting nasty. I think I should stop the reading here, though. Somebody's definitely not being somebody's definitely not going to tell you everything. That's how it works. Okay? They're just not. However, whoever I'm talking to, you're going to get a visual of what to do and what not to do, or something to consider beyond letters. You have options. Please be aware of that. I'm not even reading that. I'm just not reading that. If you can't read this, good. Yeah, I'm not going any further with this. If it's a big one, oh, wait a minute. Okay, whoever you are, you might be well endowed. You might be. You might think you're well endowed. Let me just put it like that. You might be under the belief that you're well endowed, and that belief has gotten you into some trouble because you want to show it to people. You don't mind showing it, and you might be in a situation, if you are already in a relationship, maybe your person isn't giving you as much attention as some freshness would provide. Yeah. Somebody definitely. I feel like if you don't pay attention, you're going to get a good wake up. And not a nice one. We're not talking about anybody assaulting anybody now. We're just talking about where we all put the goodies. We're gonna be careful. If you are paying for some side tail, this applies to you too, this reading. If you see anything leaking that doesn't make sense, just because you're wrapping plastic over it, right? Just because you're covering Mr. Happy with plastic, please be aware that does not absolve you, doesn't save you, doesn't make everything better, especially when you see clear things worth questioning. Yeah. If you're paying for it or you're entertaining people in that, in that way, that's cool. You're definitely going to consider this a loss. The head is in reverse. It's going to be a loss to you, right? It'll be like throwing money down the toilet, you know? And hey, if you see this reading and you just want to throw money away, send your girl a tip. There's tons of also amazing tarot and psychic and coffee cup readers and runes. There's tons of psychics all over these platforms. Give that money to them. I can assure you it will be much better spent than getting yourself into a mess that you take home with you, or one that you won't know about for several weeks until it starts to purr. Next message. Too many in one. I think I started off with this, didn't we? About somebody, possibly some people bum rushing, taking wrong place at the right time for somebody else. So, yeah, there's that part. We're just gonna make extra sure we know what we're doing at all times, right? Head on a swivel, somewhat. But before the head's on a swivel, if it don't feel right, don't sound right, don't do it. Not thinking. Somebody's just not thinking. So this event can be like out of nowhere, impulsive, like you seem cool, I seem cool, let's just hook up at 4 in the morning or some dumbass shit. Don't. Handling it yourself once or twice is okay, you know? Okay. Especially if you run into the wrong people. Lining somebody up. Hold on. This is a test, and you wished. This is a test, and whoever you are, you wished for it. Scammer. Thief. That's what the card says. Things, others that are beyond your control. And plans. Plans that can affect your safety. Hello. So we're going to be careful at this time with new tail in more ways than one. If this is some type of, there's multiplicity to this beyond two people. Like, okay, you meet someone, they're hot, and their best friend is hot, and everybody wants to go back to somebody's house to hang out. Right now, the answer is no. Okay. Right now, the answer is no, because trust is a real fucking thing, right? Trust is a real thing, and maybe you don't have all of it. Maybe it's not going in the right direction. But if you choose to just trust any rando, you gonna learn. You gonna learn. All these cards are coming out in reverse. Okay? This is lessons, again, like I said at the beginning, that come from loss. So I hope this gave you something to think about, put a little scaredy scare in you. Maybe a little safety is not the worst thing at this time. No, I heard no new friends. Damn. At least not without taking the time to get to know people before you invite them in your space, especially if you have nice stuff that you like. It just feels like doing better research. Like way better. Evolve or repeat. This may be something that you might do thoughtlessly already. That looks like a target. Half of a target be the change. The presence of absence, distance, and divinity. Give peace of mind a chance, as opposed to giving a piece of ass a mindless chance. Give peace of mind a chance, not giving piece of ass a chance. Okay, take your time. I don't like that, and neither do you. Especially the begging part and the bank. Wow. And you definitely, whoever you are, you do have some stuff you would not like to have taken from you. I don't think any of us would enjoy that. Even if you only had $5 in your pocket, you wouldn't like it. So no risky shit, especially as things change for people around the world. But I don't feel like this is a event that happens because people are poor. This feels a little bit like setup. Like you're new to this, but they are true to this, or vice versa. But it feels like, again, wrong place for you, right time for them. So let's be careful. I'm done. I'm done with you. Okay? I'm done with you. Silly cards. Silly advice. Ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Nope. Okay, that's it. That's it. But wait, at the top of the deck, it does say stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I hope it saves you some comforts. And I hope that whoever needed that reading, I hope you and Mr. Happy go on to be very fruitful and prosperous and non-burning. Okay, be careful out there in these streets. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching the remote view.